Okay, let's take a little breather with a lightning round. Candidates, these are 15-second answers, a little quicker. Okay, Congressman Pappas, starting with you. The 1st Congressional District includes Lake Winnipesaukee and the Seacoast. Excluding the obvious Big Lake and the ocean, what is your favorite body of water in the district?
Oh, it's got to be the Merrimack River. And I've taken steps to help protect the watershed by limiting combined sewage overflow into the Merrimack River, which isn't a great topic that everyone's focused on, but it's important for our infrastructure and the health of people in this area.
Same to you, Ms. Levitt.
Good question. I would say Big Island Pond in Derry. My family friend had a campground there, and we used to go there every summer growing up.
Next question, starting with you, Ms. Levitt. Do you agree with the FBI that conspiracy theories like QAnon constitute a domestic terrorism threat? Yes or no?
I believe that we have political divisions on both sides of the aisle. We need to tone down the political rhetoric in this country, and I believe we need to hold everyone accountable regardless of political affiliation in this country.
But yes or no, is it a terror threat?
A terrorist threat, what?
Is QAnon a domestic terror threat?
I think sure, and I think Antifa and radical leftist groups are domestic terrorist threats as well, and they should be classified as such.
Same to you, Congressman Pappas.
Well, I believe the FBI on this. Unfortunately, Karoline Leavitt has said she wants to investigate and incarcerate members of the FBI just for doing their job, and even said they should be dragged through the mud. And so I think that's just wrong. We should honor all members of law enforcement, including the FBI.
Congressman Pappas, if you're reelected and Democrats retain the majority, will you support Nancy Pelosi for Speaker?
Well, she's told us that she's done after 2 terms, and so I will hold her to that. I think it's important that we have new voices in leadership on both sides of the aisle in Congress.
Ms. Levitt, if you are elected and Republicans win the majority, will you support Kevin McCarthy for Speaker?
Well, I was not supported by D.C. initially in this race because they know I will be a truly independent fighting voice for New Hampshire. I do expect Kevin McCarthy to be the Speaker of the House. I plan to work with him and every Republican and every Democrat, too, who wants to curb the crises of this country.
Ms. Levitt, last week the U.S. Postal Service announced that the late Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg will be featured on a postage stamp. Who would you like to see on a forever stamp?
I think Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. He's broken glass ceilings. He's been a remarkable justice on the bench, and I think we should honor his legacy while he's still alive. How about that?
Same to you, Congressman Pappas. Who would you like to see on a forever
Definitely
stamp?
not Clarence Thomas, but I would say, how about David Souter, if we're sticking with Supreme Court justices, a real even-handed, level-headed guy who's investing a lot of his time into civics education right now, which is so important.